kiss and hug you. Spend the rest of my life with you. Girl, I put that on the Bible. I'm gon' spend all my time with you. Girl, I always acknowledge you. Spending everything on you, ayy. Go give me all your love, yeah, ayy. Without you, I can't function, ayy. Baby, give me all your love, yeah, ayy. I need you, I can't deny. Baby, you are the one. Baby, give me all your love.
Hey guys, welcome back to Us Always. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below, turn on your post notifications. That way you get notified every time we post a new video. So guys, today is a day that we are going to be sharing our story time of why we think Serenity was a twin.
Sorry guys if you guys hear like noise in the back. We are with nature today. We have some leaf blowers, some birds.
That's why we say I cannot wait until we get our house. We will not be able to film a sit down video at peace inside the house. I feel like we would have to be taking so much breaks because the kids would come and, you know, interfere, and it would be hard for us to kind of just get straight to the point and then not lose our train of thinking like as we're speaking if we get interrupted. We had mentioned this in a vlog a while ago. We had mentioned to you guys that we did think that Serenity could have been a twin.
I think she was a twin.
I think she was a twin. Hopefully we don't sound like we're all over the place because this did happen like 2 years, no, almost 3 years ago, because this was like when I was finding out I was pregnant.
Twins run in Maria's family. Her cousin has 2 sets of twins. My sister has twins.
And then
she was pregnant with triplets.
I was pregnant with triplets. So I've always known that anytime I get pregnant, there is a possibility, since I've already conceived triplets, that it's just in my body, and once you conceive multiples, it's most likely that you'll conceive multiples again. This is exactly why we think that Serenity is like 99%.
Well, this is part of the reason why, but also too, like, because twins run in your family, my family, and she's been pregnant with multiple before, that just makes it more, to us, believable. Because like you said, then we'll get into the story.
This started back in 2017.
Yeah, I think so.
So back in 2017, I did find out I was pregnant. I did announce it on Instagram fairly soon, like as soon as I had found out I was pregnant.
Oh yeah, we didn't wait till after the first trimester.
No, we didn't wait.
Like as soon as you got pregnant.
I had told Bo that I don't, like, I think we were getting ready for 4th of July or something. I just felt symptoms in my body that I honestly just felt like I was pregnant. And I had told Bo, like, something's up, like I just feel pregnant, like I just feel like a woman freaking knows her body.
This game is so freaking addicting, like you have to try it out.
We wanted to put you guys on this super addicting free game called Bloku Doku. Here babe, try it out.
Let's see what this is about. Playing Block Udoku is a great way to clear your mind and train your brain.
This is an easy to play game but hard to master, but a simple game that keeps your mind working at the same time. This is a completely new game based on your favorite old games.
So if you're looking for a new favorite puzzle game, try Block Udoku.
My highest score is 222, so I challenge you to beat me.
Make sure to comment your best score under our pinned comment down below.
So make sure to go down below to our description and hit that link to download Bloku Doku for free.
Thank you Bloku Doku for sponsoring today's video.
We ended up taking a pregnancy test together, and at that moment the pregnancy test did come out negative. So we thought. I honestly didn't think nothing of it. I just left it on the counter. Main reason why I wanted to test was because I don't know if I should be drinking or not.
Yeah, because you were already feeling like you were pregnant.
I was already feeling the symptoms. So I left the pregnancy test. I was kind of like, okay, I'm not pregnant, so drink on, right? So I'm over here freaking drinking and whatnot, and then I was telling Bo, like, I'm like, babe, I feel pregnant. Like, this is a few days later, right? I was like, I don't know why, but I just feel pregnant. Like one morning,
we looked at the test.
One morning, Bo was brushing his teeth. I had the test on the counter still. I hadn't had thrown it away yet, and he was like, babe, like waking me up and was like, babe, have you seen the pregnancy test? And I was like, no. He's like, there's 2 lines.
I was like, this means you're pregnant, right?
And I like got up and I looked, and I remember seeing like 2 vague pink lines. Like, it was freaking weird,
but also
guys.
too, I think also too, once you leave the test out for a few days or something, like sometimes it gives you a false reading. But I barely found that out. I barely heard.
I didn't even know
I forgot whose video it was, but somebody had said it, that if you leave it out after a few days, it can give you a false positive test. But anyways, so it came out positive, and then she grabbed another test,
and I took it, and it came out
like
pink, like this, right?
Like as soon as it got wet, like it was like 2 lines, like boom, like fast. I was like, oh shit, you're pregnant.
I was like, we're pregnant. I had actually made an appointment with Dr. Sharma, but unfortunately Dr. Sharma was, I think, on vacation at that time. So I was seeing a nurse practitioner, which I've never even seen him before at the office, let alone like I've been with Dr. Sharma with all my babies, with JJ, with Damien,
and the triplets, but unfortunately we had a miscarriage.
Yeah, they did draw my blood when I went in, and it was a guy doctor or guy nurse practitioner that seen me. So he did draw my blood. We had announced it on Instagram, well, on my Instagram, and we're super excited. You didn't even have Instagram yet. After we had announced it, we ended up having like our appointment to get like our blood results back. And it came out that I was definitely pregnant, super pregnant.
It was saying 6 weeks, and they were thinking she was so far along that you were gonna be able to see
a baby.
Yeah.
At this point, he was like, oh my god, you are actually pregnant. Your hormone levels are reading really high, so we should be able to see a baby today, because I think at 6 weeks is when they give you your first ultrasound to check
the heartbeat and all that.
Check a heartbeat, check a baby. No, not a heartbeat, it's a baby. At this point, he takes me to the room, he does an ultrasound on me, definitely does not see no baby in there.
I know, we were tripping, because even when he said that you're like 6 weeks pregnant, we were both like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was like, I just took a pregnancy test. I didn't even have my missed period yet.
So we were tripping right there. We're like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, that's what we forgot to leave out. So I did end up getting a pregnancy test that determined 6 weeks sooner.
Oh, yeah.
I mean 6 weeks, 6 days sooner. So that is why I probably think that the pregnancy test took a little while to show up, because my hormones probably weren't as high. And then I took it again like 2 days after, and that's when it reached like pink super fast. So I was confused when I went to the doctor, because my hormone levels were reading higher than what my body I feel was pregnant.
And when we went to the ultrasound, even the doctor was tripping. He's like, it's saying you're 6 weeks, like we're going off the hormone or your blood test or whatever, it's saying you're 6 weeks, we should be able to see a baby. And we were tripping, we were like, yeah, what the hell, like what's going on?
When he didn't see the baby instantly, like I've already had the DNC, I've had the DNC already, like with the triplets. So I already, like, my heart dropped. I was like, oh my god, like please don't tell me that I'm already gonna be miscarrying, right? After he didn't see the baby, he basically said to just give it some time, and our next visit we would be able to see like an ultrasound. So I go home, and I can't remember if they scheduled me out for a week or 2 weeks. I think it probably was a week, because he wanted to monitor it. So after that week, guys, I literally started spotting. And I was like very devastated. I was like, man, I'm gonna freaking miscarry. Like, this is freaking horrible. Like, I was just super freaking upset, like just sad, guys, just freaking sad, because it's so hard when you really get excited for a pregnancy and you have to experience a miscarriage. And let alone I've experienced me having to get a DNC because my triplet babies were not wanting to get out of my body. So it was just hard, guys. So I went into the doctor trying to keep positive. I still seen him again because Dr. Sharma was still out of the country.
All this happened within like 2-3 weeks, huh?
Yeah, they draw my blood again just to make sure that my hormone levels are still there. But at this time, he is already thinking that I am experiencing a miscarriage. So he does refer me.
Like, what is it called?
This is what I thought. Okay, so this is what tripped me out.
When you were spotting, it was just spotting. Like, what is it when you have miscarriage? The whole thing comes out. What do they call that?
Like blood clots?
The mucus, whatever.
The mucus, like, I don't know, because it was still so early in my pregnancy. Like,
it wasn't like crazy. It was just like
it
spotting.
Was just spotting. Yeah, it wasn't like a heavy period or anything like TMI. But that point on, he referred me out to a radiologist. I think it's a radiologist, but I go and see like an ultrasound technician, but someone that specializes with that. Literally the same day that we go and see like the specialist. So we go, and Bo isn't even allowed in the room with me, guys. Like, I was like with my emotions like through the roof. I was trying my best not to cry, and I know I am always an emotional wreck. I'm just an emotional person, guys, that when I feel sad, I'm a big freaking crybaby, which you guys will know by now. But I was super sad. I remember texting Bo and I'm like laying in the bed, so they gave me like one of those vaginal ultrasounds to where they're like seeing, and I don't know if you guys know, but when a doctor refers you to a specialist, that specialist cannot give you any result or what they see, because I basically have to be told my result by the doctor. So I'm sitting on that bed
but didn't they draw your blood again to check your hormones?
They did check it before I went
to make sure it was going, or if it was going up or going down to see if you're having a miscarriage.
So I'm at the radiologist's place, like freaking laying down, getting that vaginal ultrasound, and I'm texting Bo. I was like, babe, like I'm scared, like I think I'm having a miscarriage, like I don't want to go through this again. Like it was just hard, like dude, when I had my DNC with the triplets, like it was just freaking hard. So I was like, I'm not ready to go through this. Like I was just super upset. I know you're not really supposed to be asking, but I did ask the lady that was doing my vaginal ultrasound, do you still see a baby there? Like am I still pregnant? Like can you please just share like your thoughts? And she was like, I can't tell you anything, like this is results that your doctor's going to have to go over with you. So I'm texting Bo, she leaves the room, and I was like left with like no answers, guys, no answers. And I was just like, that's when I started bawling. I just started crying. I was like, babe, like I'm just emotional, like I can't take this. Like it's hard when you don't know, like nothing going on with your own freaking body. The lady comes back in and she sees me freaking crying. I think I was on the phone with you at that time. I was on the phone with you.
We're on the phone
instead of texting, and she walks in on me and I'm freaking crying, right? And I knew she felt bad because she kind of gave me reassurance, and what she told me was, there's a very early pregnancy going on, but it's still too soon to see anything. And
that's when we were hella
confused. That's when I was like, what the hell? Like that's when I was like, I was tripping my head, because I'm like, what do you mean they're still super early, when they told me that the baby was my hormone levels were reading at a certain hormone level.
Going back all the way to when we found out we were pregnant, going off the hormones, the due date was actually my birthday, which was April 25th.
No, that was my second due date.
What was the first one then?
The first due date was like the second week of April.
Oh, it was 2 weeks before, so it was like April 11th or 12th.
Yeah, they gave me like a due date that was really early, and then they normally don't change your due dates unless it's like 2 weeks apart, right? I don't know, something like that. Or was it?
It was one of the due dates was my birthday. Oh, so the first one
they did give me that due date. They didn't change it. They changed my due date when I seen the specialist the second time, remember?
Yeah.
And then I also talked to my comadre. So my comadre has a sister that has twins as well, and she shared her story with me, saying that she was pregnant with twins. She basically got pregnant first, and then the twin baby got pregnant 2 weeks after, guys. So I was like, crazy. What? So I'm already jumping ahead because I'm giving you guys the stories. So this is why I was thinking that I was like pregnant with twins with Serenity. Like I honestly believe that Serenity was a twin. Not even a week later, I go back to the doctor to get my results. He basically tells me that hormone levels are shooting down. For me to be expecting a miscarriage, because my hormone levels are already going down from the first time he drew my blood for when he was testing if I was pregnant.
We were already experiencing basically a miscarriage, if you want to say, because the hormone levels were dropping, and according to the doctors, when your hormone levels drop, your body's getting rid of the baby's hormones. She had to go back and do blood work. You're supposed to go back twice.
No, 3 times.
3 times?
You're supposed to go back 3 times. Check if my hormone levels were dropping was for the first time. So we went back again, and he was like, we need to do another blood test until we make sure that your hormone levels zeroed out. So we went back the second time, and I was like, I'm already miscarriaging. It's already going lower. We go back the second time, draw my blood, get the results, and it's still a little bit lower, but it hasn't zeroed out yet. I tell him, I was like, you know what? At this point, I'm already miscarriaging. I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna go back. I'm not even gonna waste my time. I know I'm miscarriaging, whatever. I feel like that was my biggest freaking mistake, because that would have known, that I would have known at that moment, that would have justified, like, yes, Serenity was a twin, or no, she wasn't.
But
like,
also too, but your symptoms never went away.
Yeah, my symptoms never went away. So get this, guys, I never even had a period, right? I never had a period, and like both said, my symptoms never went away. So I kept feeling like I was pregnant still, right? So I take another pregnancy test, guys, and I'm freaking pregnant.
You took a pregnancy test like a week after, like we left the doctor like a week and a half
after the second blood draw.
Yeah. So we left the doctor, whatever, and a week and a half later, she takes a pregnancy test because she's like, babe, like I feel pregnant still, like something's going on. So she takes another test, and then it came back positive, and we were like, what the, like we were tripped because at the time she was like emotional, like we weren't really like doing things, you know what I mean? Like we were letting her body go through the miscarriage.
That it needed to
so we were tripping, we're like, what the hell? So then we call up our doctor and we call Sharma. We finally get to see him. He's like, nah, you're pregnant. He's like, you're definitely pregnant. So
and
we were confused.
We even seen like a baby at that time already. We're like, I was so like I was left.
But then hold on. But then when they did the hormone levels again, the due date was my birthday, which was only a 2-week gap from the original due date. So that's when we were like, hold up. If there was 2, the hormone levels were really higher, so she lost 1, the hormone levels dropped, and we never went to go double check on the if it's zeroed out. When
I started sharing my story, like when I was talking to my cousin and my comadre, my cousin was telling me like, dude, like when you have high hormone levels, like oftentimes it's because it's twins, but maybe like the placenta ate the other, like I don't know, like anything can happen. And then when I was talking to my comadre, she was telling me that it's possible to get pregnant and then get pregnant with the twin like 2 weeks after, because that's what happened with her sister. So I was like, babe, imagine like that happened to me. Like, and what sucks is we will never know because my dumbass never went back to get that 3rd blood draw.
To
like
get the final one.
So I was so upset.
Regardless, like I said, her body was going through it and we weren't really doing anything, and she ended up being pregnant, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's when I was kind of like, yeah, the baby had to be a freaking twin.
Yeah, and I've always told him since day one, I was like, babe, if Serenity comes out with like those powers, you know how like when you're a twin and then one passes, you always inherit like those
sixth sense,
like basically like a sixth sense. And I was always like, damn, like that's crazy, because I honestly believe that Serenity was a twin. Like
I do, like I said, the due date literally changed within a 2-week span.
Yeah,
like, how does that make sense? Like it wasn't even a full month and she got pregnant again.
Like I didn't even have a period and I was already pregnant. Like that's what I thought was so crazy. So I don't know, until this day now we would just live in the what ifs.
If you end up pregnant again and you end up with twins or something, like then I for sure gonna think, because that would be 3 pregnancies. If I honestly get pregnant with twins, I'd be so freaking happy, because ideally I want a big family for sure. I want a total of 5 kids, but I don't know if my body would be able to handle 2 more pregnancies. I just feel like my body has taken a lot, because with the triplets, I don't know if you guys know this, because I did conceive fraternal triplets, meaning they were each in their own sack. She was literally like 4 or 5 weeks, and she was already showing like she was like a month or 2. Yeah, so they literally count that as 3 pregnancies, guys. So I've already had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already had 6 pregnancies. Well, technically 7 because they're count. Well, if she was a twin, it would be 7. They literally count that as like a pregnancy. So it's kind of a lot if you think about it that way, guys. So I don't want to end up dying or overwhelming my body. So for sure, I'll be happy to settle for 4. I mean, I'm happy with my kids now, but Damien wants a little brother, JJ wants another little sister, and I do want to make Serenity a big sister. So guys, that is a little story time of why we think that Serenity is a twin. I honestly feel in my heart that she is the twin. Let us know what you guys think. I mean, if you like I said, us sharing our story with you, and literally the hormone levels going, we never knew if it went all the way down to 0, and then the due date only changed 2 weeks. Like I said, we didn't really do anything sexual. Yeah. She ended up being pregnant. Even when we opened up about the trip, it's like you guys were able to relate on so much. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think our story is. Just share with us your stories. We'd love to read that. We hope that you guys did enjoy this story time. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And if you haven't shopped at Us Always merch, make sure to do so. Our link is always in the description. Also too, if you haven't already, make sure also on all social medias, our handles are listed down below. But before we do completely end this video, our post notification shout out goes to Isabel Cabrera. Shout out to you. And if you guys do want to feature post notification shout out, all you have to do is please subscribe to our channel, turn your post notification, hit the little bell, bing, and comment some love. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Deuces. Don't with my vibe. Matter of fact, you in my heart. Quit playing, why you acting all shy? You know I wanted to f when I talk up, it's a slot. Hey, check that, it's full real. Slick talk, got your feet to the ceiling. Say my name around your girl, now she cheesing. Don't want no beef like they vegan. Girl, I'm so
kiss and hug you. Spend the rest of my life with you. Girl, I put that on the Bible. I'm gon' spend all my time with you. Girl, I always acknowledge you. Spending that